You.
You're live.
Scooby.
Tell them.
Hey, 30, 90 seconds. Baes Boyz
30,
podcast.
97 seconds.
Yeah, 30, 97 seconds. I almost forgot. Hey, let me start off the show by throwing out an apology to all the
you
listeners.
better apologize.
Apparently, we had a double drop, which screwed up the schedule.
Machine technicalities.
Yeah, machine technicalities, so we apologize.
You got two in
For the
one
price
day,
of one.
but then got none the very next week.
So,
It was like a show fast.
yeah. So we hope you're hungry.
Yeah, we're sorry about
Because
that.
we got a full plate for you.
A plate of beef.
Gobble it up.
Ugh. Yeah, so that was all technical. We were having technical issues. We apologize. It was not supposed to happen like that. It was weird. We didn't catch
Super
that
weird.
till later.
Apologize. But
I
we're back to your regular
it.
scheduled program.
said already. Now I'm going to be thinking about it, and I'm going to keep saying it on accident.
What's that?
So, I'm going to try so. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You know, somebody made a comment to me recently. Some of the people were like, hey, we haven't been invited to the live show recordings you allowed people to come to. And I was like, well, we don't have any this month. It was like a whole month we didn't record
Yeah.
because we were traveling.
Yes.
Half of us were.
Well,
50%.
Listen.
40% of the crew was out of town.
Listen. In
Doing
my
research.
defense,
Doing research.
doing research. And in my defense, I thought I was getting thrown down a mine shaft.
Right.
Turns out I didn't.
I was a little worried for you.
I was worried for me, too.
Some people texted me and were like, hey, did you check on this guy? And I was like, well, not yet. Said he gave me a lift off. I told him to drop a pin. Haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
At least we have the start date known.
I even said, if you don't hear from me by this day.
Right. Come looking.
And people think it's a bullshit story, but that's true.
No, it is.
Yeah. So, Queen Bee had planned a trip and didn't tell me where we were going. And I said, well, what should I pack for this trip? And she goes, whatever you would pack for a trip. And
she
I
didn't
said,
tell you what it was for.
and I'm like, you're stressing me the fuck out. Right. And that's when I
You
started
gotta
telling
pack
everybody,
everything.
you're going to see me on Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah. Well, it'll be like 15 years from now.
Yeah.
It'll have to be, right?
Yeah.
Like 15 when they'll say things like, he was expertly jungle trained and shouldn't have got lost in this forest.
And somehow he did.
Right. He had 3 GPS units, which we found at 3 different locations.
Compasses.
With Joe Rogan podcast stickers on them. It'll be weird shit like that.
Yeah.
His shoes nicely set up on the log.
He was last seen.
Right. Probably join that Listen, if you get lost on a trail, a real trail, like the whatever ones we've
The
been
Pacific Crest or the Appalachian.
Sure. And you disappear, I'm going to just for the rest of my life imagine you're hanging out with the Bigfoot Mafia or the Arc'teryx Mafia.
You want to explain the Arc'teryx?
Yeah, the Arc'teryx Mafia is. We have a new theory.
We do.
As to how all subcultures and is it subculture or subcommunity, subsociety?
Subculture.
Okay, subcultures are built. We think that these people are disappearing on these trails because they just choose not to return to their life.
That's a possibility.
So we think that if you go through these trails and then you go off the trail and look, you'll find hobo communities littered with 2004 Arc'teryx Patagonia gear. Actually, all the way through. This could be a thing all the way back to
Who
the
knows?
70s when they were, whenever the hell those companies started.
Right, and
they
everybody
just
in
have
the
gear.
community is wearing, like, for that time period, top of the line.
Right.
Outdoor gear.
You can tell like what years they were 20 to 25 years old. Like there's somebody out
You're
there.
like, hey man, where did you get that 2005 Arc'teryx jacket? It's mine.
I bought it on drop day. Yeah, there's going to be a guy out there with like 5'11" pants and he doesn't know that the cops have ruined those pants. So he's like really mountain climbing. So when you show up, he's like, hey, you want to go rock climbing? And he's got 5'11s on with the old carabiner fucking latch and shit.
Yeah.
Bro. It got me thinking about it because we watched that 70s show that's not 70s, the Dark Horse or whatever show where they took him out to see the community hiding in the fucking woods or whatever. Was that show?
No.
Oh shit. Wrong show. Forget about it. Then I have no idea. You're talking
about the 70s cop show that took place on the reservation.
Yeah, I thought this was the same show. Never mind. Anyways, there was something where they were talking about communities hiding in national parks, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. We did talk about that.
Yeah, I never thought. Yeah, it's
they were calling them
weird,
like not wild people, but like feral people.
I'd call them park people.
Park people.
The peepees. I'd be like, "Have you seen any peepees out here lately?"
You might.
They
might think you're talking about something else.
Oh, shit. Be like, do you see any park people?
Yeah.
Do not we need to make sure that says do not feed the park people.
Yeah, the park people, not the
park
peepees. Because that might have a totally different meaning.
Yeah, that's
totally different meaning. People might take offense.
When's the last time you went to the underground city under Vegas?
Never.
You've never been there?
Never been.
When's the last time you were in Vegas?
Never.
Get the fuck out.
That's a lie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I never went to Vegas proper, but I've been in the airport.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to count that.
Yeah.
If you've never been to the airport, we might be able to say it's some special place you haven't touched yet, but
I've been to the
airport. We got to take the special part out. The airport's okay. It's not as big as Texas.
A special place I've touched?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, you got all the cool parts already.
I may have touched a lot of special parts.
Are you ready to start scubaing again?
Sure.
Because we could start touching scuba parts.
Okay.
Special scuba parts. I'm putting a list together.
Oh, here we go.
It's like a $1,100 regulator.
Yeah. Dude, I told you.
Right?
I had one.
I know. I Googled which ones. Listen, I Googled which ones the sanitation department was using, your division. And they were like, blah, 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 oceanic fucking
I had a Poseidon
rebreather, and I was like, homie, I can't afford that. Yeah. I don't even need to Google this anymore to know that I can't afford any of this.
Yeah, you can't afford a Draeger.
No,
but I did have a Poseidon regulator.
Yeah? Is that company still around?
Yep.
Are they the best?
They're one of the best.
Really?
Yeah, their regulators have oil in them, so you can go ice diving.
Oh, that's right, the sexy ones. Look up how much the regulator is for that one. We might just order that. It's time. It's time to scuba the lake and look for the Loch Ness, the Lake Ness.
I've been there. I've been out in the lake.
Yeah, I feel like it's dirty water.
It is.
How do you see anything if you're scubaing that?
It's pretty clear till you get to the bottom. If you disturb anything on the bottom, forget about it.
Ooh, really?
Turns into black water.
When we go to the beach right over there, it's not good. Like, I feel like you can't see shit.
You can't see your hand in front. When you disturb the bottom, you can't see your hand touching your mask.
I don't want that. We don't want any of that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
Blackwater diving's no good.
Let's go back to talking about dark horses and
they say that
people.
At the bottom of dams, there are catfish that are so big that they could swallow a person.
Get the fuck out of here. Why do they think that's true?
Believe it or not, I used to subscribe to a professional dive magazine. And in the dive magazines, they were constantly looking for freshwater divers to inspect bridges, train trestles, and dams. And they couldn't get nobody.
Because they know animals live down there.
I asked a professional diver, why is this? He goes, well, number one, it's blackwater diving, but number two, because of the catfish.
Because it'll just fucking fuck you.
Yep. They're that big. They pull up massive.
And it's only $1,400.
Only.
That's it? That's the one?
It's been the same price for 1,000,000 years.
Which is nice.
That's what I paid.
That's nice that there's not that much inflation in this sport.
Yeah.
I guess you can't really add cool things that are going to, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. How do you change and make the sport better of breathing, Like, this is a pure titanium gold infused tube for your oxygen.
Right.
No, maybe copper infused so it can get filtered as you breathe it.
Oh.
It's weird.
Brass.
Brass, yeah.
Well, that's why all the old buildings used to have brass handles on the doors and brass railing.
Because it's
antimicrobial.
Germy, right?
Yeah.
So they say.
No, it's proven.
Listen, that's why we carry brass coins in our pockets.
So I clean your hands. Brass knuckles.
That perfect. Got to roll them around and clean your hands.
Clean your hands.
A little fidget. Listen, I like it. Tell me a little bit. We got time. We got lots of time.
Yeah, we have
all the time in the world.
All the time.
But before we continue, welcome to the show. We're happy that you're here.
Thank you for coming again.
If you made it, he's going to come. If you made it 9 minutes in, we are the biggest single serving anti-suicide podcast there is. So hang out for the whole show. Learn a little bit about some shit you don't need to know about.
Yeah.
And be jolly.
And enjoy.
Be jolly.
Be jolly.
I'm feeling jolly. I'm feeling jollier than the last few episodes we did.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. So tell me about this trip, man.
So,
because there were some good parts we got to talk about. There's some good parts here.
So the first part of the trip was taking a train ride.
No, the first part was packing. How did you get over the packing? Tell the boys out there how you got over not knowing where you were going. Did you just pack the kitchen sink again?
No.
As usual?
No. I just packed 3 pairs of pants, 4 pairs of underwear, 4 pairs of socks, and 4 shirts. And a headlamp.
So a basic?
A tourniquet, a headlamp.
Yeah.
A toothbrush.
Did you have your sandals? Your bed
slippers?
No,
I didn't.
No sandals?
No, Tevas, no.
No nothing.
Mm-mm.
I got to order some Spartacus sandals.
I was like, if things go south, I'm just in trouble. And that's just the way it's going to be.
And you just freeballed it.
Scared to death. Scared to death.
It's risky, man.
Listen, you don't tell me what to pack. I don't know. I probably would have brought a massive mountain pack. It is super risky. Because you know how I pack.
Yeah, same way I do.
The kitchen sink.
The Mega Beast is like, why do you need 19 pairs of socks? I'm like, listen, I have enough to ruin 3 a day.
Right.
I want to know what this adventure is. I want something to happen where I'm like,
and you've been on adventures with me.
Yeah.
And weird shit happens.
It does.
And you don't know what.
Sickness, fevers, Old Valley gang Florida members. Old, I don't even know what you call those guys. What do you call them? Mountain Mafia guys? I don't even know.
Mafia,
what do you call those dudes? Yeah. Like,
Mountain
they don't
Mafia's
have
not
a
bad.
name.
It's
like,
not bad.
Yeah, they don't even, the guy doesn't even want to claim a name. You know, they don't want it. They're like,
he's like,
no.
Whew, it's hot out, isn't it?
It's hot.
And my man didn't have a bead of
You look
sweat.
like you're sweating. I'm like, listen, cop, you fucking chill out right now. If you ask me for some change or a phone number, we're going to be in trouble. No.
Where are you coming from?
But so that's
the other cop question.
What you up to? Yeah. Not fucking talking to you.
Then he said, you're not from around here, aren't you?
Right. So you went.
What gave it away?
So
it was your out of town plates. Everybody knows.
The sweaty man boobs under the pink shirt. So you went back. So you couldn't prepare for this trip
at all,
which is,
I wasn't told where I was going or what the events were going to be. And that's why I told you I thought it was going into mine shaft.
And that's also true. Listen, we had a joke with a friend one time who, different sanitation department guy, made a comment to a nice young lady, about, you wouldn't be able to carry so-and-so out. And the big so-and-so was like, listen, I don't care if she doesn't carry me out as long as she makes everyone else get the fuck in there and carry me out, right? And I'm thinking in my head right now, like, if you would have dropped the pin, that's the situation, right? Like, hey, I don't know where this guy is or which mine shaft, but we got to send some people to find him.
Right.
Send somebody to find him.
Somebody.
Right. This is going to be a Bigfoot hunt all over again.
Be prepared for everything, because you don't know what you're going to find when you get there.
Be prepared to be in the cryptics.
Yeah.
So, you couldn't pack.
Well, I did pack.
And you did pack.
I did pack, but it was just...
You couldn't pack to your standard.
Not to my standard.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, it was like a good long 5.5 hour drive.
Nice. That's not bad.
Right. Maybe a little bit longer.
You're used to that. So
right off the rip.
Nothing suspect yet.
Nothing yet.
Till
we stopped at this old-timey train station. It was like...
Oh, God. The train station came first.
I was like, what are we doing here? We're riding a train.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay.
Was it an antique train?
It was an older train.
Are there antique trains? They consider that?
Like steam trains and things like that. It wasn't a steam train.
Oh, okay.
It had 5 cars attached. They were like 80 feet long. They were really long train cars.
Oh.
And they had, in the car that we were in the upper level, the higher end
nice
train.
People car. Yeah. They had toilet paper there.
Yeah. We had seats and tables, and we were served lunch.
Could you go place to place?
Yeah, you could walk through the train if you wanted to.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. From car to car. But I didn't bother. I was like, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just going to stick with this.
You didn't want to check it out?
Yeah, I was like, I'll just stick with this train.
Try to go, maybe you go to the back one and she pulls the fucking ripcord and you're
The
just
train-
off by yourself and the train leaves you.
The train's just rolling down the mountain. The train car's just going backwards down the mountain at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
Mysterious train derailment in West Virginia.
So you don't know who was on this train then?
I have no idea.
So you're just riding around
Yeah,
with a bunch of people,
that I've never
not
seen.
knowing what the fuck is on this
No.
train. Could have been Sasquatch in the back car.
Could've-
You'd never
could've
know.
been. It could have. And they're giving like a history of the railroad, and they're doing all this other stuff, telling you where each one of these trains came from because they weren't native to this particular track. Blah blah blah.
Oh, there's some fill-ins.
It goes 2 hours up into the mountains, and then the train stops.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, what's going on here? They're like, this turn in the track is 33 degrees. A turn.
Okay.
And the train cars are 80 feet long, and we can't make the turn, so we stop here.
Oh. And then what?
There happens to be a waterfall with like an observation deck, and you can walk down to the river. So people get off the train, they take pictures of the waterfall, walk down to the river's edge, look at the waterfall. You're there for about 30 minutes, and then they load up the train, and it goes back down the mountain for 2 hours.
Well, what do they turn her around?
No, they just go backwards.
Perfect.
Now, this is where I learned about the strange train subculture that I did not know existed.
Listen, when you brought this up off mic, you know what you think of first? Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Kind of that's what I
Okay.
imagine.
Now, I
Is the
understand
train
that there are
culture.
people who are train fanatics who like
Sure,
trains.
sure.
They like take
Just
pictures.
the car people,
Right.
horse people.
Yeah, they're car people, horse people, but
Weirdos.
for trains.
Right.
Right. But this group of people that
They're
were
all a
on this
bunch
train
of weirdos.
broke that barrier.
Oh God.
They really broke that barrier. Like, I overheard a conversation at the table behind me, and the lady was like, I really love the sound of this train on this whistle.
Oh,
It just gets to me. And I was like, what the fuck did I just hear?
bro.
And she said it like that, right? And these people, like, before the train moved up to the train station for everybody to get on, it was like inching forward like 1 inch at a time.
Yeah.
People were running out and taking pictures of the train moving.
Videoing it.
Yeah, and videoing it, right? And I was like, okay, they're like car people, right? But then when the train stopped as we're getting on, people were posing with the train in like different positions and taking on the back of the train, the front of the train. And when we got to the stop in the mountains, before that, we stopped for a minute so they could change the track and then move for a little bit further up. Some woman just got off the train and started walking down the track.
Oh.
And the engineers are like, what are you doing? Get back on the train. And she's taking pictures and doing whatever she
Well,
wanted
it's just
to.
moving.
No. It stopped so that they could switch the track
Gotcha.
and then go.
Yeah.
And she thought it was, I'll just get off here and take pictures and do whatever I want. Entitlement.
Bro.
They're like, get back on the train. We're leaving. Right?
Would have left that broad there.
So we get up the spot and like people are like lounging and laying all over the train while people are taking different pictures with them in the train and like really kind of over the top.
Yeah.
For me.
Started planking on it and shit.
Yeah. For me, it was a little over the top. Like you're more than a fanatic.
Right.
And
flexing their fucking train underwear and shit.
yeah, dude. So on the way back, we'd gone up through a train tunnel. On the way back, one of the engineers turned on the light on the back of the train so you could see inside the tunnel. And all these people ran to the back of the train at the glass windows and they're videotaping the train going through the tunnel backwards. And
Okay.
like, it was a little over the top, right? But
Yeah.
I guess to each their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were on that Japanese $1 billion ticket train,
It'd be a different story.
you'd be picturing the shit out of
You
that.
better believe I would.
Taking all kinds of pictures.
Yeah, but this was like the Dollar Tree version of that train.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? It was nice, but it wasn't elegant by any means.
And were the passengers elegant?
Dude, you know what I saw on this train? I
I'm
saw a bunch
scared.
of people with like
Was it Crocs? Crocs
No,
and,
no.
and Cookie
they were
Monster
wearing
pants?
like those trail hats and like
Okay, that's not
those-
bad. The big boonie, like wide brimmed
yeah,
one.
the boonie hats folded up.
Yeah,
and then I
yeah.
saw people with like the big soft, what do they call them? Dad hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
think that's
really
what I'm
long
wearing right
brim
now.
in the front, but they didn't. They were really like,
Yeah, they're usually clothy and
and
kind
people
of.
in like their fishing jacket photography vests.
Jeepers creepers.
You know what
Listen,
I'm
there's
saying?
probably some pros out there.
I don't know.
I'd love it if you just ended up on a Vice fucking YouTube video. These are the kind of heathens that ride these trains now, and there's you fucking trying to open a can of Coke or some shit. Diet Coke on the fucking train, trying to bite it and shit.
What fucking bullshit.
Look at these fucking people, can't even open their Coke. You don't want to be on this. This is the Blue Ridge or Blue Water airplane fucking train thing here.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is cool, but it's a little different for me, right?
All right, not a train person.
I enjoyed the ride. I enjoyed the aesthetic of being on a train. I could see the allure of wanting to travel across the country on a train.
Were you freaked out because there was like a bunch of D&D players around? Is that what was making you awkward?
No, it was the overtly sexual tone that people were taking about the train.
Like a lot of and listen, they were middle-aged women, right? Mostly?
Yeah. And men too. Middle-aged
men
and women.
love trains.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that.
Really love. I mean,
listen.
Listen,
shout out to our boy Lawless. He's got a whole train factory too. Remember? He showed it and we were like, "Hey man, is this yours?" He's like, "Nah, it's my homies." I'm like, "Oh, like this is a lot of it was a whole room, like a studio of trains. There's people like that. I know a guy's got studio of models, like ships, tabletop ships, you know, like these guys are the same guys.
But I'm saying it was a little beyond that.
Who do you think's worse, the train people or the flight simulator people who think that they could fly a plane because they got 10,000 hours on a flight simi? Like, because you know the train people are going to tell you they know how the train works.
Oh,
What do they call a train driving room? A cockpit
engineer.
too?
Yeah,
Oh, it's an engineer or something?
An engineer would be driving the train.
No, I mean, what do you call the room though?
I don't know.
Is it a bridge? No, cockpit? Nothing?
Maybe a cockpit. I don't know.
But you know those fucking nerds know how
it all works.
We'd be in there fucking pumping everything and some fucking dork would come in and be like, "You got to release the safety brake over here, guy, if you want it to go forward." You know, like, they're like, "Oh, fuck.
Idiot. You idiot."
He's like, "Who are you?
We'd be looking dumb.
Are you new? You like Thomas, the train engine?
You noobs.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Engine cab for a train. Look at that. There's our education for this episode.
Right.
You get in the engine cab.
And that's where you drive the train from.
If you know how to run an engine cab, let us know. Write the show. We'll find it in all the emails we get somewhere about your engine cab operation.
Right. So
wait, hold on. At any point, just a side note, at any point during this whole thing, did any of the stores offer you a train hat?
No.
Fuck.
No.
I was going to say, I feel like if you would have seen that, you would have got it.
Oh, yeah.
It would have matched those train overalls you have.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
The stripy ones.
Yeah. Those are gangster. Yeah. All right.
So anyway.
No hats.
Hats. I'm like, all right, this was a cool ride. Like, this was a nice surprise, blah, blah, blah. And we're walking around this small town, right?
Yeah.
And we end up in a microbrewery, which I thought was very strange.
Listen,
of nowhere.
For you Cleveland people, you would find a microbrewery anywhere you go.
Listen, I was just trying to have a beer.
They didn't make you take your shoes off at the front,
no,
did they?
Okay. They did.
Okay.
So here's the crazy, like, we're talking to the bartender, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed that there's all these beer steins hanging up above the taps.
Yeah.
They're green and they have the name of the brewery on it, right? I was like, what's the deal with the beer steins? And the bartender's like, we auction them off. I'm like, oh, okay. She goes, yeah, last weekend we auctioned one off, and I told my boyfriend that he could bid up to $1,000 on one.
Oh.
And I was like, holy shit.
For a cup?
Yeah.
A metal cup or
no,
glass?
Clay.
Clay.
Like a big clay stein.
Even better.
So I was like, I have a question. She goes, yeah. I said, what do you get for your beer stein? Do you drink for free for the rest of the year? Because that might be worth it, right?
Yeah.
She goes, no, you get 10% off pour.
Oh, what's a pour?
A pour of a beer stein. You get a 10% off a mug of beer.
Oh, every mug?
Every mug, 10% off.
That's not horrible.
But I'm thinking, do you know if I spend $1,000 on this mug?
Yeah.
How many mugs of beer do
I
have to drink?
How much is a beer? How much does that cost to begin with?
We'll say it was like
to fill it.
We'll say
to fill
$8.
To fill it?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
So you're getting 10% of that?
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
80
you could be there and
you get $1 off every.
If you're a fish,
dude, you would have to drink. You would have to drink 1,000 beers to make your money back. right? And I was like,
you're not going to get it, tourist.
no.
You're not going to get that done before you
So
leave.
I'm thinking to myself, man, this is some kind of hustle.
That's
right?
a good hustle.
This is some kind of hustle. And the weird thing is, the people that were in this bar
Yeah.
looked like they had moved from the East Coast or up north
From Oregon.
or from wherever and
West
moved to the
Coast
middle
Oregon,
of nowhere.
Not East Coast Oregon.
So that they, so they could, I want to be rural,
Oh.
They were like
It's
hipsters.
the new Portland, bro.
Yeah, they were like hipsters in the middle of nowhere. So my barber said we should call them hip billies.
Oh, my God.
They were like hip billies.
I wasn't ready for us inventing and dropping new language today.
Well, that just happened.
Slang is out there. Hip billies.
Hip billies. So anyway,
Oh.
I'm talking with the bartender again, and I'm like, yeah, we're from out of town. We're on this trip. We're going to go to this. We're going to go to a museum. We just rode the train. I said, by the way, I just learned about this whole new train subculture that I never even knew existed.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, these people were on the train. They were taking pictures with the train. They were all over the train. I said, it was a little weird for me because I'm not used to this.
Oh, boy.
I said, but to each their own. And this
Oh,
60-something-year-old
boy.
guy next to me was like, looks at me, he has this angry look on his face, right?
Yep. You just insulted his grandpappy.
Yeah, I went, bro.
Yeah.
My man pulled out his phone and pulled out this picture. And it's a black and white photo of some dude from like the 20s or 30s wearing a very dapper
no.
suit and one of those really flat, wide brimmed straw hats with the red, white, and blue band around the, the top, the little short ones.
Yeah.
Like, hello, my darling. Hello, my, that hat. And he goes, look at this. And I'm like, that's a sharp looking man.
He's like, look at this right now.
He goes,
Look
that's my
again."
grandfather. And then he looks
Oof.
at the bartender and goes, hey, Aaron, look at this. That's my grandfather. I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, my grandfather worked for the B&O Railroad. And I'm like, oh, God, I've somehow offended this train guy, right?
Yeah, you did.
And he goes, my grandfather lived in a conductor's house, and I remember as a kid going to visit him. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. And he's still being
Lived
shitty.
in a conductor's house.
And I said, well, besides the train, we're here to go to a couple museums. He goes, the two best museums in the world are the Henry Ford Museum in Flint, Michigan, and the Vatican Museum.
Oh,
And I was like,
neither
wow.
one has any trains that his grandpappy worked on.
Totally.
I would have pointed that out.
Right.
But
well, hold on. You
just-
shifted gears on me, right?
yeah, you just went out into left field again.
And I was like, and he goes, the Henry Ford Museum is all about, modernization and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I said, hey, man, did you go to the Vatican Museum? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, you did.
my.
I said, I got a question for you. He goes, yeah, go ahead. I said, when you were in the Vatican Museum, did you see the Swiss Guard? And when you were there, was the Swiss Guard wearing their traditional uniforms, or were they plain clothes to blend in by everybody else? And all of a sudden, my man didn't answer. And I was like, oh. I said something weird. I said, I had some friends that were in service, and when they're in Rome, they met the Swiss Guard. And the Swiss Guard took them on a private tour of the Vatican and took them on a private tour of the museum, and they got to go through all
Showed
the
him where all the security stuff is.
and showed them all the hidden passages and all the security stuff. I said, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And it went downhill from there.
Yeah.
I'd just say.
He
And,
didn't like it.
we ended up leaving.
Listen,
It was
in
very
that
it was a
guy's-
very strange encounter.
in that guy's life, maybe at some point for him, like the Ghostbusters or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for us, trains might have been the highest tech out.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
no,
like,
there's probably no
I
doubt.
think at some point,
At least for his grandfather.
I've met. Listen, how many of those fucking daddy Elon dorks have we met that are like, "Hey man, see this rocket's going into space?
Oh yeah.
Hey man, you see there's rockets going into space?" And you're kind of like, "Brother, what the fuck are you talking
Listen,
about?" Like,
how
but
about
they
this?
love it. They
Let me tell you something.
People want, and I think it's a cult following. I'll bet there's like train followers who love current trains
Right.
and know all about how the electrical circuits work on that. I don't know. However that works.
Let me give you my counter to 20-something years
Pony
ago.
people.
20-something years ago. Okay. I met a lady
Uh-oh.
who was born in 1912.
Which one? Oh,
And I'm thinking to
that's
myself,
got some time on it.
this woman has seen automobiles, telephones, radios, TVs,
Right.
computers, the internet, everything major that has happened in history as far as tech goes. She was pretty much alive.
Yeah.
And she lived to be 96 years old. And I met her when she was like 92 or 93. Right.
Right.
And I'm trying to wrap my head around that, right? The first telephone.
Yeah.
The first radios.
I mean, we technically lived through the first cell phones.
We did.
And that will be something by the time we're done. We know there's going to be injecting phones into their ears.
Fucking rotary phone is.
One of my kids, every time we go to their uncle's house, they have a rotary phone. The guy's like 90. It's a great uncle. And every time we're over there, my daughter goes over and hits the rotary phone and calls herself. And you're like, you didn't dawn on me, but like, they've never seen that.
Right.
They have she's dial touched phones since her conception. She grew up with me filming her with a cell phone.
Right.
Taking her pictures on a cell phone, touching a cell phone. So every time she's at her great uncle's house, she walks right over and she calls everybody on her list. So she'll call every auntie, every uncle.
From the rotary phone.
Right. And be like, hey, I'm calling you from a rotary phone. Just wanted to check on you.
Dude, I remember when the rotary phones had 20-foot handset cords.
Yep.
So you could
walk
into
into
another
the kitchen
room.
and go into the other room.
Yeah.
And you walked back and forth and dragged the line. And
yeah.
I remember buying a 50-foot cord just so I could run the phone that I wasn't supposed to be in my room
right.
into my room. Because I'm like,
right.
My mom's like, where's the fucking phone from the office? And I'm like, I took it in my room, because I got a 90-foot cord. And now nobody can bother me as long as they don't pick up another phone in the house,
Right.
So you got a little bit of privacy.
Who's on the phone?
Right. Now kids do it with Ethernet cords, and when we did it with Ethernet cords, it was for Xboxes. Now it's computer stuff, I've run this Ethernet cord for my smart TV up through the house, and it's like, fuck, what?
You have a 400-foot Ethernet cord.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of the same stuff. Like, it's weird. It is very weird stuff.
So from there, I ended up at the New River Gorge.
The New River Gorge. Is that the deep?
Yeah.
The deep thing?
That's the giant river basin.
Like made by Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, no, that's not the one made by Paul Bunyan. The Great Lakes were made by Paul Bunyan.
Oh, Great Lakes.
And Babe the Blue Ox.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's not get into that. Let's focus on the gorge.
So we're at the New River Gorge, and it's got a bridge that goes from one side of the gorge to the other.
Okay, and this is a normal driving bridge.
Yes.
People still drive over this.
Yes.
And how high is this?
It is the highest bridge in the Western Hemisphere.
Fucking A.
Okay.
Now, how high are we talking?
So the catwalk underneath it is 898 feet to the bottom.
Brother. Bruh.
So the top of the bridge is probably 30, 40, 50 feet more.
All right, what's it called? What's the bridge called again?
New River Gorge.
New River Gorge. So you go to this bridge.
And Queen Bee's like, hey, guess what? I'm like, what? She goes, signed us up to walk the catwalk on the underside of the New River Gorge.
Holy shit. Look at that thing. Look how beautiful that is.
Yeah.
Bro, there's my man climbing the rocks next to it.
And I was like, oh, okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
So they give you a climbing harness, right? And a trolley that hooks to the safety cable on the underside of the bridge.
Right.
Right. We walk out to the gangplank go through the gate, walk the gangplank to the catwalk, and we hook in. And as soon as I hook in, now mind you, I've never been afraid of heights in my entire life.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I started getting vertigo. Right?
He's like, you're safe now. You're like, I'm sick.
And I'm like, I've got a death grip on the railings, right?
Were they shitty cable railings?
No. They were solid steel.
Oh,
railings,
nice.
right?
Nothing
and
ghetto.
the tour guide's like, if you're afraid of heights, we could take you back to the gate. The bus driver will pick you up. And I was like, fuck that. I will die first.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to be the guy
that the Queen Bee haul across?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be the guy that had to get off the fucking bridge. Fuck that thing, right?
Oh.
So we start
peer pressure.
We're
This
starting
peer
to walk.
pressure, ladies and
She turns
gentlemen.
around, looks at me. She goes, "You gonna be okay?" And I'm like, "We're gonna fucking find out."
Oh my god! How long's the bridge? It looks like it's got to be.
How long,
dude? That's got to be like 1,000 yards.
It's
like
a long
that's a big ass bridge.
That's a long ass bridge.
See if you can figure out how the length of this bad boy is, will you?
And so I'm literally staring at the back of her head with a death grip on the railing, and I'm heavy.
Yeah.
as I'm walking out. And mind you, every car and every truck that goes over this bridge, the whole thing shakes. Right?
Really?
So I get about halfway and I'm all right. I start to be okay with it. And the tour guide's like, oh, this is the part of the trip where we all get to sit down on the catwalk. You get to dangle your legs off the side.
Yeah, there you go.
And we take your pictures, and I'm like, fuck, I just got okay.
Now he wants you to elevate your status.
Yeah, now you want to
do some danglies.
Do some dangling.
See, that's a bad idea because then you're like, how low can I dangle? Could I do a pull up from this?
Dude, I've still got the death gripe, and I was like, I can get down. I don't know if I can get up.
Right. Well, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Like,
right.
For us chubbier guys, it's more of a like, hey, normally I could get up, but when I don't have my balance now because of the 800 feet below us, like, how's that going to look? Tom Cruise, Scientology, save me.
And the couple in front of us was like 70-something years old, and they're just running around up there like it's no big deal. And I'm like,
they don't care.
I was like, they don't care because they're old. And
this
if
is
they
a cool
die,
story.
if they die, it doesn't matter because th're old.
Right, right.
And there's some younger couples behind us, right? And it's a half mile long.
Oh, so I wasn't wrong.
No.
That thing looks huge.
It's
That's
huge.
what she said.
It's huge, right?
Oh, okay, good. I felt kind of silly guessing 1,000 yards, but now I'm like, bro, that really does look like it could be. Okay, cool. Oh,
1,000 yards.
Damn, I'm getting good at this.
Yeah, you're getting real good at this.
All right, so from a Google image.
And you can't
Wait. What were the old people doing before?
They were just zipping back
they
and
didn't
forth.
care?
They didn't care.
They wanted to see every angle?
Yeah, they're like...
Were they taking pictures with
the
fucking
whole
roll
time.
cameras? Or
yeah.
what
No.
were they using?
They had like modern cameras and shit.
Of course. Yeah.
So...
Ballsy.
Dude, and here's the thing. There's an arch in the center of the bridge.
Yeah.
So you can't see from one side to the other because of the arch.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, that's creepy.
So we get out to about the middle, and the tour guide's like, okay, this is the part where...
This is the point of no return.
This is the part where I take pictures of you. You can take it as an individual or as a couple. So the old couple goes out, and they get their pictures taken together. Meanwhile, Queen Bee looks at me, and she goes, you know, if you came out here as a couple and you get your picture taken by yourself, your relationship's not going to last. Right? And the guy behind me is laughing his ass off because he's with his girl, right?
Right.
We go out, get our picture taken, and we move on. That couple comes out, and they get their pictures taken together. And all of a sudden, the girl is like, go away. I want my own picture.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
He was just laughing 30 seconds ago.
And he knows.
I'm like,
he knows.
I'm like, my man, you're doomed.
He's going to remember this story the rest of his life. And like 10 years down the line,
100%.
when that broad fucking runs around on him and he finds out that old Steve the sailor fisherman down the fucking hallway's been getting at it, he's going to be fucking livid.
He goes, I should have known since the bridge.
Yeah. He's got those people were sending me a sign. They were sending me a sign.
So, we get off the bridge, and as we're getting off the bridge, the tour guide was like, you know, in the 70s, first of all, she's like, how many steel workers do you think it took to make this bridge? And I was like, 2,352. She starts laughing. Well, that's a big number. Well, it took like 10 years to make the bridge or something like that. And I thought they were maybe working in shifts or whatever. Yeah. She's like, no, 50. That's all it took.
To build the bridge?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they didn't have safety harnesses. They were just straight steel walkers. And they had wire nets hung up underneath, and they called it the magic carpet.
Wire nets?
Yeah.
How's that gonna help you when you hit that at speed?
Well, so she goes, guys would fall off, they'd hit the magic carpet and just climb back up and go back to work. They'd be like, oops, I fell. And I was like, dude, my man, that's called divine intervention. You shouldn't be on this fucking bridge anymore.
Humans are different now. Whatever, dude. No.
So as we're getting off the bridge, the tour guide's like, by the way, when they built this bridge in the 70s, they didn't have fences at either end to keep people off the catwalk, and kids used to come up here and ride their bikes across on the catwalk.
Perfect.
And I was like, you know what? I 100% believe that, because the 70s were a different time.
Perfect.
Right? If some kid fell off that bridge to their death, you know what they'd be like? You shouldn't have been on the bridge.
Right. Oh, well.
That's all it would have been.
Bro, could you imagine, like,
now,
if that's your childhood and you grew up there?
on this bridge, once a year, they do what's called Bridge Day,
Yep.
where they
I
shut
knew
down the
this.
bridge
Yep.
and people base jump
Base
off
jump off
of it. And
of it.
now they
Yep.
rappel off of it, too.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
Because it's one of the biggest bridges. You see these all the time.
Right.
They do this all. When you sent me a picture of you in that harness, I thought you were fucking good. I was like, what the fuck? My first thought was, what the fuck is this idiot doing? He should not be doing this. He's going to get fucked up. And the harness was a little tiny bit loose. I was like, bro, I don't know what you're doing, but that thing needs to be a little bit more secure.
Bro, I had it cinched up. It looked loose, but I had that shit.
Oh.
I had it ball hugger cinched.
Might have been hers that wasn't fucking,
Yeah.
was a little loose, but I was like, I genuinely thought you were about to zip line off of something. And I was like, homie, what the fuck are you doing? If I got to explain to our listeners that you broke something, squirrel lining into a fucking tree 3 states over, like Kenobi's never going to let you live that down.
No, he would never let me live that down.
He'd be like, oh, you can't make fun of me for skateboarding.
Right.
Right.
He broke his legs on a zip line or something.
Right.
So the best part of this whole thing is the bus picks us up on the other side of the bridge.
How did he get to the other side?
He drove over the bridge.
Over the top while you're walking?
Yeah.
Damn it.
And drove down the side of the bridge
Oh.
to a flat spot.
Yeah.
Right. And would look, when the bus went up to get to the road, it was like a 65-degree
No.
angle. I was like, there's no way this bus is getting up this fucking up this hill. And my man was like,
okay, those are what my nightmares are made of. If they would have been like getting the
bus driver $5.
Yeah, I'd be like, motherfucker, I will walk. I will walk.
When I saw him drive up this thing, I paid my man $5.
No,
I give him a $5 tip.
I would have been fucking livid if we were in a bus and it went like this
it was
up
like,
that mountain.
It was like a 60-degree angle on this one-lane sketch-ass little fucking thing.
This dude was probably fat too, wasn't he? He was a pudgy guy.
No, he was a skinny old boy.
That's scary.
Good old boy.
I don't know which one's scarier.
He was like a Dukes of Hazzard skinny older guy, right?
All right, maybe we need that guy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
that's the only reason. That's the only reason that First of all, I saw what it was going up. I can't imagine what it was like him driving down the hill to get that little flat spot to pick us up. I can't even imagine. The flat spot was barely big enough.
So he didn't drive you guys down. He just picked you up down there and hauled you up.
Once we got across the bridge.
Right. Wow.
We met the bus. He drove us like a quarter of a mile up this hill. To get to the highway to go across on the bridge.
No.
But the spot where he picked us up, where we got off the catwalk, was barely big enough for the bus.
Fuck that.
And it was a short bus.
No rail guards. Of course it was.
And there were no fucking rail guards.
Of course it was a short bus.
Yeah.
Did he have a fucking zip line inside so you could link your fucking harness to it?
No.
Dunk. Don't fall out the bus.
So listen, and while we're driving back to where we started, the tour guide's like, oh, why are you all here? And the old couple's like, oh, we're here sightseeing. And we're like, we're taking an adventure trip. And the guy who was laughing about
your joke,
at our joke, he was like, we're getting married tomorrow.
Nope. Nope.
I was like, bro, you better call that shit off.
You better pray that.
You better call that wedding off.
The only way this could work out for my man is if he knew, if she requested that she could get a picture by herself before and he heard this joke and was just like, fuck. He's like, now these people are going to think that I'm the idiot that's going to. But I'm guessing that I'm guessing
it was a surprise to him because they took their picture and he was like, all right, babe, let's go. And she's like, you go. I want my own picture.
I don't want a fucking broad that's going to let the house burn down and sit on the porch while it does, while I try to put it out. And that's what that reminds me of.
Dude, I'm just
that is.
I was dying. I was like, you better call this wedding off.
Bro.
That's bad. That's bad news, my man. What'd you say off mic? She wanted that solo picture so she could put it on Tinder.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's her Tinder picture. She's like, I'm daring. If you're not a bad boy, don't message me. I do this by myself. I live a life of. I live a renegade life of adventure.
Yeah.
You have to accept me for who I am. I'll be going on trips alone.
Right.
But evident of this picture right here, where I walk this bridge alone.
I'm not scared.
Did she trail back behind everybody so she could get like a solo picture background where nobody was on the bridge? She's like, no cables, bitches.
I'm pretty sure that happened. I'm not even lying.
Horrible.
I'm pretty sure that
That's
happened.
horrible, dude.
So I was like, bro, you better call this fucking wedding off.
Were they a fit couple?
Yes.
Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Both super fit? Yeah, he's fucked.
He's fucked.
He's fucked.
Right.
Good luck, homie.
Good luck wherever you are, bro.
Good. She put that shit on Bumble and Jellyfish and Grinder. She put that shit on Grinder. She's like, meet up with me. I'm adventurous like a man.
That shit was fucking crazy, dude.
No, that's horrible.
Yep.
That would that's scary.
Yep. Then we went to the Flatwoods Monster Museum.
That's the weird the one you're wearing right now, right?
The shirt I'm wearing, yeah.
Yeah.
So we stayed in this really small town in the middle of nowhere. And we stayed in a bed and breakfast, which happened to be an old mansion. Now, there's nothing in this town. So in order for there to be an old mansion, usually what means in these, like in middle nowhere country places, when there's an old mansion there, it belonged to a timber boss or a coal mine boss.
Makes sense.
Right? And
old money.
Oh, yeah, because there was nothing else there. I mean, literally, there was nothing else there.
Right.
There was a little bistro that closed at 7 p.m., you know, and they said they had a bar. So we went in, they're like, hey, we'd like to get some drinks. They're like, you want food? We're like, no, we're here for drinks. Have a seat at the bar. And she comes over, she's like, hey, what would you like? I'm like, what do you guys got? She goes, we have Coke products. And I was like, that's not what I was really looking for, but okay.
That's fucking awesome. But
now,
no Diet Coke. But we can
No
stop the
Diet
train for you if you want.
Now, yeah, oh my God, like the guy in the Japanese train, get the fuck out of here. So the bed and breakfast had a bar. We're like, hey, is the bar open? And the guy's like, only when the manager's here. We're like, is the manager here? No.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that sucks. So we ended up driving to a gas station and buying a 12-pack of Miller High Life.
Yeah.
And sitting out on the back stoop by the river drinking High Life beers.
Only when the manager is here.
Yeah.
Is the manager the only one old enough legally to sell alcohol? Is that what the issue was?
No. So it was a couple, I'm pretty sure, that owned this bed and breakfast.
Okay.
And the one was this very short Hispanic man. And I knew he was Hispanic because of his accent. He was, right, with that Hispanic accent. And they had a complimentary breakfast, right?
Yeah.
And we come down for breakfast, and it was Brazil nuts and oranges and coffee. And I'm like, who the fuck serves Brazil nuts, oranges, and coffee for
breakfast? Those are some expensive nuts. Listen, those nuts were probably still more expensive than the eggs and bacon they would have made you right now.
So we started thinking, we're like, they come from Argentina. So my man was Argentinian, and that's what he eats for breakfast.
Right. So he's like, what's up?
Yeah.
A little bit of culture for you.
A little bit of culture for you in the morning.
Get some nuts in your mouth. Get the gay day going. He's like, I feed all of my guests fruits and nuts. God. Fruits and nuts.
But
it's healthy though. It's healthy.
There was also a giant dam in this tiny little town. It was built by the Army Corps of Engineers. So we drove up to the dam, and you can walk out on the dam and take pictures of it. It's huge, right? And while we're up there, some dude pulls up in a van, right? He's dressed in camouflage, and my man's got his cell phone out, and he's videotaping. And he's walking across the dam, and he's videotaping different points on the dam. And
perfect.
Unlike us who are like sightseeing, my man had an agenda.
Perfect.
And he leaves and gets in his van, and the sheriff had pulled up and was just sitting there eating lunch or something. And I looked at Queen Bee, and I was like, you know what that was, right? I was like, I'm pretty sure that was a DT, right? My man had a very specific agenda while he was filmed, like looking over the side, videotaping, like the damn house. It was very odd, right? So let's go back to the Flatwoods.
What kind of fatigues was he wearing?
It was like real tree.
Full suit?
Shirt and pants.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
You know what the best kind of camouflage is, right?
What's that?
That Walmart camouflage, baby.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Right, because who's going to fucking bother with that guy?
Nobody.
They're like, look at old Judd. He's lost.
Right.
Again.
And he was a younger dude. He was like in his late 20s. Right? So we're at the Flatwoods Monster Museum. We went there. We went to this town because they have a Bigfoot museum. But the Bigfoot,
so they said.
But the Bigfoot museum was closed. But the Flatwoods Monster Museum was open.
You have a track record of driving to West Virginia to see closed shit.
Yes.
By the way, just so we can point that out. We got to be at like 2 or 3, maybe 4 by now.
Right. So we ended up going to Flatwoods Monster Museum, which I wasn't aware of. And apparently in 1954, 3 miles from this town we were in, streak of light in the middle of the night hits this mountaintop. This family goes up to this mountaintop to see what it was because they thought it was an airplane crash.
Okay.
And they get up there and they run off the mountain and they call the cops. The cops go up there. The cops call the National Guard. And within 2 weeks, it was international news. And they had one of the family members sit down with a police sketch artist and draw what they saw. And so they have pictures of this thing in the museum. This is what the family saw, blah, 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 blah. And the guy who runs the museum said the kid of that family, the youngest one who was 9, used to be my neighbor as an adult.
Yeah.
And he said, I talked to him about it. And he goes, after that incident, every time it got dark, the whole family would go inside the house and lock all the doors and windows and wouldn't go outside.
Jesus.
So here's my question. You got a family, generations of this family who have been hunters and trappers farmers.
Who live that life.
Who live in the woods 24/7.
Right.
What did they see that was so scary that they refused to leave their house at night? And when you look at the picture, the sketch, it looks like an alien, like a 10-foot alien.
Right.
So, and the fact that it made international news within 2 weeks in 1954, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Considering there was no internet, there was none of that other crazy shit.
That's a lot of big talk.
That's a lot of big talk.
A lot of big talk quick.
And mind you, Roswell, New Mexico, the UFO crash was in 1947 or 48.
So they could be connected.
Well, not connected, but it's not that long after.
Right.
What
is this monster supposed to do?
It looked like a giant alien.
But I'm saying, has anybody, okay, so there haven't been a bunch of horrible disappearances added because of this.
No, this is just one incident.
Still the same mine shaft stuff.
Yeah, that freaked everybody out. And it's a museum now. People visit the museum. But here's the weird thing about this town. We got there Sunday night. They had just held a, what's that video game? Vegas.
New Vegas? Fallout.
They just had held a Fallout convention.
Yeah, it was sad I missed that.
In the town.
I'm obsessed.
They said there were 5,500 people in that town.
Dude, do you know how many I would give anything to be? I'm obsessed with the Fallout stuff now. I don't play the games.
They're going to have another one next year.
But I do like the rest of it.
They're already
we should
advertising.
Just go down there.
They're already advertising.
I will travel for that.
It is literally in the middle of nowhere.
You dragged me to a cement nipple in the middle of nowhere. I'm not opposed at going to see some brighter stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Hey, I'm okay with that.
You know what Evil Kid said? He asked me if we went back to see Old Boy.
Which one?
In the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
I said, no. He goes, you made that guy's entire life.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen.
I still have his address. We should send him more brown stuff.
I'm ready. I'll throw down. I'm ready. You just let me know what you get. I'll throw down half the cash. What was I going to say? I forgot. We should go. We should just go.
I can't even imagine how crazy that place must have been with 50. There's literally nothing there, so I can't imagine.
Right, like why the fuck they're even doing it there.
The guy was like, there were tents everywhere. There were people in costumes everywhere. Listen, all the storefronts are abandoned.
I think we should
literally nothing there.
All right, well, you know what? I don't know how these people find out about this stuff.
Neither do I.
That's the other thing, too. We're not hooked in.
No, we're not.
You got to be juiced.
Got to have the juice. And then we
don't got that kind of juice.
After that, we ended up going to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
Yeah, we're not going to... Listen, HR just wrote, you're way over, so we're not going to get into that right now. I'm going to save that for a whole nother episode.
All right.
It's going to save me all kinds of issues. But listen, did you watch the Fallout series?
I did.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're not like oblivious to what it is.
No, not at all.
Or anything like that.
As a matter of fact, at the Flatwoods Monster Museum, they had custom bottle caps made.
That's sick.
I've got 3 of them.
This guy. Your collection's out of control, sir.
Listen, my guy gave it to me because I bought a shirt.
Yeah?
I said, yeah, you get any more of those bottle caps left? He goes, here's 3 of them, my man.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, he also had a picture of the Flatwoods Monster, and it was in the Fallout logo.
Yeah.
Font, and it said like Belly Wash Soda because they call the short name is Braxy because it was in Braxton County.
Yeah.
It was like Braxy Belly Wash Soda.
Jeez.
It was the logo for the Fallout thing.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet. I wonder why they're doing it there. There's got to be a reason. For something.
Because they would let them.
Oh. So this might just be a cult gathering.
Yeah.
They're like, anywhere we can get it.
That's what I'm going with.
All right, well, all you got to do
is avoid the train weirdos.
No, besides that, yeah, Do you think any of those? Do you think there's people out there like us who have saw like G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe, Ghostbusters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? This dude's like Thomas the Tank Engine, and that just like carved his life out.
No, I bet Thomas the Tank Engine enraged him.
Ugh.
I bet it did.
That show used to piss me off.
Yeah, fuck that show. That show used to make me mad.
I always felt like
because I had to watch it with Evil Kid.
Yeah, I never had to do that. Mine goes back to like being stuck at grandparents' house, and my thought was this: if you train stop fucking running your dick suckers, we get some work done. Dude, I was the most livid fucking kid because I was like,
Bob
bro, stop running your fucking mouth and let's do some work, bro.
I was like Bob the Builder, union guy.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was drinking coffee and just running his mouth all the time. Never
40 fucking minute episode. You drove one fucking place. You spent 10 minutes talking about if you're going to get there. Let's fucking go, bro. That's anxiety driven.
We might be able to get some work done if Backhoe would get over here and dig this hole.
Yeah. Like, bro.
Bro, you got a shovel. Get to work, fucker.
Yeah. At least go whack that dude.
Dude,
something. But they're just talking.
Dude, those shows.
Do you know where's so and so? Where's so and so? Do you think he could go? Well, he was supposed to take it. Bitch, take it. You're gonna come right back here tomorrow. You stupid fuck.
Dude, I hated those shows.
The fat guy's coming. Fuck that guy. Let's go.
Get on.
Yeah, they're all worried.
Hook this shit up. Hook this shit up. Let's go.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? He's coming to something. I don't know. The guy in the top hat. And I'm like, bro, fuck that fat guy. Let's get some work done. He obviously is not doing any work.
None.
He is a fat chump.
None.
Yeah, that show makes me crazy as fuck. Standing around bullshitting.
So listen.
Fuck out of here.
It's same thing with Bob the Builder. Just go watch Bob the Builder. You get so mad if you watch it right now. You'll be like, fuck this guy. No wonder nothing gets built in this city.
No wonder nothing is done in every fucking year. We got to fix the same road again. Yeah. All right.
Welcome to Slow-Ohio. You know that's what every other state calls us, right?
I'm not even going to get into that.
Because of the speed on the highways?
Really?
Yeah.
Because ours are slow or what?
No, because our speed limit is less than everybody else, and there's a state trooper every 10 feet. It's like
that is true.
You seen that meme where it says "Welcome to Ohio" and there's like a state trooper car above the sign, and they're all sticking out of the bushes.
Wow. No, but that's funny.
It's
I believe it. I believe it. There are a lot of those guys.
The only cool thing, on a side note, the only cool thing I ever saw about Ohio state troopers was this. I watched a video just recently where a guy bought an old Navy SEAL boat, big 65-foot, huge boat, and they had it on a wide load trailer, and they were driving it to Michigan from Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And they got to Ohio, and the Ohio State troopers escorted them all the way across the state.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because they wanted to get them the fuck out. They're like, get the fuck out of here, Woodalows, with your Navy SEAL fucking Punisher skull boat. Get the fuck on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Slowing up the traffic. We can't write tickets because of this fucking thing. You're going too slow.
There's no brake wall here. All right. Nobody's getting to drive that boat. Anyways, we're out of here. 97 seconds.
Baes Boyz podcast.
Check on your people. Take care of each other.
Yeah. Check on your friends.
Do what you need to do.
If you know somebody's feeling blue, send them an episode.
Don't be blue. One podcast episode. That's all you got to do is listen to it.
Yep.
One episode.
Yep.
And you'll feel better about your life.
100%.
If you don't,
you'll be like, at least I'm not like those two losers.
Right. Fucking can't tell a bungee jump harness from a safety harness. 97 seconds.
Later.